Hello guys, Otakuman here. And I know nobody has I don't think anybody has ever made the classroom of what if. Classroom of elite what if. So I will be the first fucking one. So let's go. I'm gonna call it classroom of elite, so classroom of elite what if. As we go to the prologue here, are you guys that dumb? Said Chibashira sensei. Chibashira sensei. The classroom filled with silence. Nobody can mutter even a single word due to the sudden revelation of class point and the class ranking. Class A 940, Class B 650, sorry what I mean. Class A 940, Class B 650, Class C 490, Class D 0. Yep, this is we're gonna start our motherfucking prologue here. I don't know if you're gonna like this series, but please give me some support at least. I know my what ifs are trash, literally trash. I don't care. My what is a literally trash. I'm gonna say you honestly. My what ifs are trash. Hmm. So let's start. Now it's the second prologue. That was a little one. As the student of Class D faced reality check, the classroom atmosphere was very tense, most of them still not recovered from the shock when their senses suddenly revealed about the system and the importance of class point as well as reaching Class A in order to get their dream job in the university which they want to attend. However, there was one student whose expression was unfazed and doesn't even care what's happening in his surrounding. As he was about to leave the classroom, he headed to the school cafeteria. His name was suddenly called to the speaker. Attention, class 1D. Ayano Koji Hirokota. I visit the faculty room, meet Chaya Bashara sensei. Ayano Koji's perspective. I was about to leave the classroom. My name was suddenly called into the school speaker to meet. I'm literally fucking trash at speaking Japanese characters' name. Chabas. Chibashira, I guess. Chibashira sensei. I was sure I hadn't done anything to get me called to the office. Exiting the classroom, I could feel my classmates' stares, drilling a hole into my back of my head. Timid as a rabbit, I found the faculty office and entered. I looked all around, but I didn't find my sensei anywhere. Baffled, I called out to a teacher, inspecting her appearance in a mirror. Excuse me, is Chabashira sensei here? Hmm. Sei-chan. Oh, oh, she was just here a moment ago. The teacher had a wavy shoulder, lean hair, which made her look mature. The way that she called Sensei's name made sound close. They were near a age and probably friends. She must be stepped away for a minute. Do you want to? She must have stepped away for a minute. Do you want to wait here? No thanks, I'll wait in the hallway. I didn't like being in the faculty office. I hated attention, so the hall would just as well. However, the young teacher unexpectedly followed me. I am Hoshimiya Chiya, in charge of Class B. Say and I have been friends since high school. That's why what we call each other. Seya-chan and Chei-chan. That information is kind of sus- superfluous. Fuck's sake. Hey, what did Seya-chan call you? Why did Seya-chan call you? Huh? Why? She asked. No idea. I don't understand. You were called to the office without a reason. What's your name? An outlast of questions. She scanned me from top to bottom, as if sizing me up. My name's Aina Koji, I said. Aina Koji-kun, huh? Oh wow, that's cool name. You're pretty popular, aren't you? What's with that over-friendly teacher? She acted more like a student. If there were an all-boys school, she would have immediately captured every student heart. Hey, do you already have a girlfriend? She asked. No. I'm not especially popular. I tried to seem reluctant, but Hoshimiya Sensei kept pushing herself onto me. She grabbed my arm and arm with a slender, delicate hand. Hmm. How unsuspected. If I were in the same class, I would never leave you alone. Perhaps because you're so innocent, or do you like playing hard to get? She caressed my she. You can say she put her hand on his cheek. Well, might play a little game. Is in my bed boredom. Hey, Chei-chan. Suddenly, she suddenly froze up when I called her first name casually. It's okay to ask you a question. I adjust my voice as smooth as I could and smiled sweetly, as if I am being the reason from a spell. Released from a spell, she replied, as if I'm being released from a spell. Sorry. And what could that be, Aino Koji-kun? I pull her closer to mine and look into her eye before whispering to her, wanna go out with me? She smiled. Sorry, someone was here a few seconds ago. She selectively, she suddenly smiled selectively and said, "Ara, well, you're hot, and that smile is enough to melt every girl's heart, but, I asked. "Uh, It will lead us into trouble," she answered. We'll find ways. I look up our gaze, telling her I'm dead serious. Slowly and slowly, her face came close to mine, only a few inches away. Our lips will touch. Three, two, one, thump. What are you doing, Hoshimiya? Arthur note. I am the Arthur fucker. How was it? At least I give you something. I know Koji is not that dumb right now. I am controlling that motherfucker. Now I know Koji perspective. What are you doing, Hoshimiya? Shibashira sensei appeared out of nowhere with a loud thud. She smacked Hoshimiya sensei on her head with a clipboard. Hoshimiya sensei crooked and grabbed her grabbed her skull and cried in pain, little pain. Ouch, what was that for? She cried. For getting involved with one of my students, she spoke angrily. I was only keeping him company while he waited for you. Sei-chan, she pouted. It would have been better if you just left him alone. Thanks for waiting, Aino Koji. Let's get into the office. Finally, with finally wait in the guardian's office. Did I do something wrong? I've been trying to keep a low profile, I demanded in answer. Good answer, come. While I wonder what was it all about, I followed Chibashira sensei. Hoshimiya sensei remained by my side, smiled widely. Chibashira sensei noticed that I turned to her face not like a demon, much like to a demon's, much like to a demon's. You stay, she ordered. Come on, don't be so cool. I won't be the. It will be. It won't be the end of the world if I listen, right? Besides, Sei-chan, you're definitely not the type to give one-on-one guardians. Pulling a new student like Aina Koji-kun into the guardian's room out of nowhere. Are you after something, or I wonder? Grinning, Hoshimiya senses shoot, scooted behind me and placed her hand onto my shoulder. I, I sense a strong bowing. So, Seiya-chan, are you looking to be dominated by a young man? dominated by young man is going in the worst possible scenario. Don't say such stupid thing. That wouldn't be possible. Hey, you're certainly right, it wouldn't be possible for you, Sei-chan. Hoshima-sensei muttered her word, list of without meaning. Before the conversation became more intense, I decided to intervene, but suddenly, a female student came up to us as a beautiful girl with light pink hair. Have I seen her before? Hoshima-sensei, do you have a moment? The student council wishes to discuss something with you. She glanced at me, but quickly returned to her attention to Hoshima-sensei. All right, you have someone who needs you. Get to it. Slap. Chibishira sensei smacked Hoshimiya sensei on the butt with her clipboard. Ah, she'll get mad at me if I hang around any longer. See you later, Anakoji. She then slipped a piece of paper into my pocket. Alright, Ichinose-san, let's go to the faculty room. With that, she turned to her heel and left with a beautiful Ichinose. Chibashira-sensei lightly scratched her head while she watched Hoshimiya-sensei leave. So, after we entered the faculty office, third perspective. Third person perspective. Everything proceeded like Ellen. Horikita questioned Chibashira-sensei about why she was placed in Class D. Anakoji came out of his hiding room, making her shocked, and Chibashira-sensei questioned him about his score in the entrance exam, which he got 50 out of 100 in all subjects. When they got out of the faculty room, an awkward atmosphere, it was fell by two. Anakoji then reached his pocket to find the phone number, which was put by Hoshimiya-sensei. Interesting, he murmured. Anakoji-kun, may I ask a question? She asked. Sure, as long as it is within my capabilities, I answered. You know there is an upcoming term exam, right? Yes, what's up? You know the consequences when someone fails, right? Yes, they will be expelled from the school. Then I have a bad feeling about this. I want to make a study group. I want you to help me. It's not a request or demand. Why I would help you, I smirked. It's for the benefit of the class and to be able to reach Class A. She looked at me as if it was obvious. Really, I don't care about Class A, but I'll help you this time since I'm bored anyway. I wouldn't hurt to show a little bit of my talent. As long as you owe me, you okay with that? I held my hand. Deal. Horikita shook my hand firmly. Then the battle to rise the class from the rock bottom just about to get started. Yeah, I'm just getting something. My script is fucking bullshit. My script is bullshit. As now we are gonna wait the chapter 2 student council president now. Third person perspective. As the afternoon class finally ended, Hirata stood up to the teacher's podium and earning everyone's attention. Minasan. This is the meaning. This meaning everyone. I know a little Japanese. I know that some of us still not recovered from the shock earlier. He sounded weak, and also there is an upcoming exam within the next 3 weeks that will expel anyone who receives failing grade. But I don't want anyone in this classroom to leave yet. He said, "It's fully determined. That's why I want to create a study group. If it's okay if I join," said Sakura shyly. "Of course you may. You can join," he said proudly. "Excuse me, there's something that bugging me. Who will be our tutor? Who will tutor us? I mean, we know that you're smart, but there is 40 of us, including you. There are 39. No. There are 40 of us. Without you, there are 39. How can you study?" All of us said Matsushita, who was quiet and confused. Regretting the tutor. "Don't worry, Yukimura-kun. Horikita-san and Kushida-chan already volunteered. He smiled. Everyone was relieved when hearing the top students do the teaching. But suddenly, wait, what did Horikita-san and Horikita-san like? Question. Yes, Ikkun. Why? Why? Hirata answered, but confused. Everyone knows Horikita-san doesn't want to talk with anyone except for Ainokoji. What's with the sudden change of heart? Ikku joked. Before Horikita was about to strike, like Ainokoji grabbed her hand and shook his head, earning him a glare from angry Horikita. Will will certainty write that Horikita does not want to interact with the class, said Ainokoji, as Horikita was about to chop Ainokoji's abdominal. But interacting and teaching is different, he said with the same poker face. The rest of the class was confused, even Horikita. What do you mean, Ainokoji-kun? A confused Hirata asked. Ainokoji was like, shit, I shouldn't have said that. I mean, in the case of Horikita, she'll only teach and guide you. It doesn't literally mean that the two of you will talk about nonsense, and she'll only answer your question regarding the exam. I answered. Well, you're certainly right, Ainokoji. My bad, said Ick. It seems everyone's on board. The study group will begin tomorrow after class. At the school library, any question, Hirata asked. Everyone nods, which means that end of the discussion. Everyone already stood up to leave to go to the dorm, but they didn't notice that there was one student who already left earlier. At the back of the school gymnasium, two male students meet in secret. What do you want? Said well-built blonde. Why did you leave earlier? Asked the brown-haired boy. Well, there is no need for me to participate on a study group, the blonde smiled. Then, as you can see, I was born perfect. I can handle any test without anyone's help. Or are you telling me that you want me to teach you? He said sadistically. Cut the crap, Koji. Kenoji, cut the crap, Kenoji. I want you to offer your assist in the future, the brown boy said, without without changing his expression, as if I won't. Konoji asked, you're gonna resort to violence, Anakoji boy. I see. I guess you won't change that stance, Anakoji said. How about this? If I score above you in the upcoming term exam, in overall you will cooperate. Kenoji smiled widely to sudden purpose and laughed heartily, holding his hand in his stomach. Sorry for laughing, he said. He stand and stayed. Do you think you can defeat me? He asked. What do you think? Ainakoji sharpened his gaze. Fine, but if you lose, Koji asked, we will leave you alone. You can do whatever you want, Ainakoji answered. The two of them looked at each other, gaze showing each other power and authority. Time skipped to 7:30 p.m. At the student dorms. Ainakoji was laying in his bedroom while looking into the piece of paper contained Hoshimiya Sensei's personal number. Ainakoji's perspective, my first girl phone number in high school career. It also from a teacher. What will I do? Shall I tear it or just save it? Nah, I chose the latter, might need it in the future. I saved Sensei's phone number, named it unknown, in case in case we'll saw it. Then I began my plan, reaching Class A by connect, contacting Horikita through the dorm landline, case I forget to ask and contact info while ago. Hello. A girl worker answered. Hi, good evening. Can you contact me to the Horikita season from Class 1D? For what purpose? It's for the upcoming exam. Okay, just wait a second. Hello, who is this? Horikita answered. It's me, Dio. I I tried to joke, but listen, I don't have time for your bullshit, and I will cut the call. An angry Horikita replied, knowing she didn't hesitate but to write cut away answer as fast as I could. Horikita, it's me, Ainakoji. Oh, what do you want? She asked sternly. Remember, you owe me a favor, right? Then she replied, I want you to meeting your older brother. Arrange a meeting with your older brother. Her line suddenly becomes silent for 10 seconds. Horikita, I called her. What do you want from Nissan? Her voice was weak and I have no idea what happened. Your brother was the student council president, right? I want to join the student council. I answered seriously. Why? I mean, what's your purpose? She was shocked. If you want to reach class A, help me and also don't pry into my life. My my voice was void of any emotion. It contained cold and darkness. Sure. By the way, I'll meet Nissan tonight at 8 p.m. in the park, she said. I guess today is my lucky day, then see you there at 8, I reply immediately. Bye, Aino Koji. She cut the call. Horikita perspective. I didn't expect anyone to give me a call except for Nissan, and all of all people, it has to be him. But his words suddenly become cold, and it sent shiver down my spine. It reminded me of my experience with Nissan. No, it's colder than Nissan. What? Just what are you, Aino Koji? After the call ended, I changed to the casual clothing and grey hoodie to meet Nissan in the park. I arrived a bit earlier, case I didn't want Nissan to wait. I I looked at my phone and I arrived a bit earlier. I took a look at my phone and it was 7:50 p.m. I wonder why Nissan called me out here. She thought. Suddenly, a dark-haired student appeared in the dark, making Horikita startle a bit. Nissan, Horikita grew happy at seeing her older brother. But she only received a cold gaze which can pierce through your soul. Season, I didn't think you would follow me this far, huh? I'm far different from the useless girl you once knew, Nissan. I came here to catch you. Catch me? I heard that you were in Class D. I suppose nothing has really changed in the last 3 years. You keep following me. As a result, you don't notice that your own flaw, choosing to come to this school, was a mistake. Then that's you're wrong. Uh, you're wrong about that. I'll show you. I'll reach the Class A right away. Then she flust. She flustered. She was flustered. It's pointless. You will never reach Class A. In the fact, your class will fall apart soon enough. These things at school aren't as simple as you think. But I'll definitely reach. I told you it's pointless. You really disobedient little sister. Horikita's brother stepped closer to her and displayed no hint of emotion, like staring at an uninteresting object. He grabbed his younger sister by the wrist. She offered no resistance and pushed her against the wall. No matter how I tried to avoid you, the fact remains that you are my little sister. If people around here learned the truth, I would be humiliated. Leave the school immediately. I can do that. I will definitely reach class A. I'll show you, she said, full of conviction. How how stupid. Do you want to reveal pain of the past, Nisanai? You possess neither the ability nor the qualities need to reach class A. Get that through your head. He moved forward as if about to act, then situation looked forward with danger. As a person pop out of nowhere, then pick a several shot in his phone. Flash, flash, flash. Hearing several shot, the sibling then looked to an unexpected person. I know Koji Kun, she thought. Student council president assaulting his kohai, or rather his own sister. He smirked. You know you can escape even using your own authority if this become public, right? He questioned the angry older Horikita. Chill down a bit, okay? I'm here to offer a proposal. The older Horikita then became confused. All of a sudden turned to an event. Then he released his little sister, then asked the uninvited visitor, what do you propose? I want a position in the student council. It was not a request but a demand. Do do you think a student council class D has the right to entered the student council. He sharpened his gaze. You must not forget your own position here. Well, if he insists, I will post it online. He also sharpened his gaze. I see. Then raising his right hand to adjust his glasses. If you'll accept me, I'll promise to delete this evidence. What is your name? Ainokoji. Ainokoji Koiketa. I answered. Well, Ainokoji, I accept you for now. If you prove to be incompetent, I won't hesitate to kick. If you prove to be incompetent, I won't hesitate to kick you out. Understand? He explained. Sure, Horikita Senpai. I know Kojiba, I guess it's a success. I really never expected today to be such interesting. First I got a teacher's number and entered in the student council. As the older Horikita passed by me, he instantly backhanded me in the face. Instantly took a step back to avoid it. For for lightly built guy, he was a nasty attacker. He then aimed sharping kick in my undergrad spot. Watch it. He had enough power to knock me with one blow. Looking slightly confused, he exhaled, deeply extending his arm, then opened his hand. I grabbed his hand. He'd probably throw me to the ground. Instead, I sharpened his hand away. I snapped his hand away. You move well. Do you practice anything? He asked. Piano and the tea ceremony. I nonchalantly answered. He then offered his right hand to me. It was slightly confusing for what to do. I decided to take his hand. Tomorrow we will be part of the student council, Anakuji, he said with a smile. We then shook our hand, making the deal. Guess my normal student life start collapse, but it makes me excited by thinking what will happen in the future because no matter who came after me, I will win. He had a menacing glow, a little. You know the creepy eye-looking thing that Anokoji do. Now this is chapter 3, the study group. Wait a fucking second. Okay. The script is fine. Okay. After the meeting with Horikita Senpai, everything went back to normal. I go to Keika Mall to buy groceries for a week worth of food. When I reach my dorm, I lied into my bed, lose into thought. What is your purpose? I remember Horikita questioned me. My purpose, huh? I guess I just want to help a friend. I smile, but deep inside I know there is more to it. In the morning, I first thought that this, that this morning will proceed as usual, where a number of students will arrive late. Shudo will doze off in the class as Ik and Yamachi one listen to the teacher, but it turned out to be complete opposite. Everyone arrived early, diligently participating to the teacher's discussion like a normal student would do. Will they reap and they saw? During now time skip. During the lunch step, I plan to go to the library to kill time, but changing a route. Change route when someone called me. Ahu, Ayanokun. Hearing the voice, I already know who the person was. I raised my hand, replied flatly, "Hi, Sensei." Yikes, that blunt, she pouted. Then she slowly grabbed my shoulder and pressed into her boobs. You see, I was very worried when you Saya-chan called you to the office and you didn't give me a call after I take the risk to give you my phone number, she asked angrily, but in the low voice as not to attract unnecessary attention, but it's already too late since we are talking in the hallway. Sensei, I think we are attracting everyone's attention. Oops, sorry, she stepped back. I give you a call later, I promised. I whispered and smiled before departing. When, when afternoon class ended, everyone packed each of their belongings, head to their library. Where are you heading? I know Koji-kun, Horikita asked. To the student council, he replied. But you promised me that you will help me to reach class A. She questioned strongly. I know, but I received a message from your older brother to visit the council room today. I will be back until it's done. Okay, fine, but make sure you will attend, okay? He nods and slowly proceeds his destination. When he arrives, he knocked 3 times, entered the room, when he was welcomed by 4 upperclassmen, including Horikita's older brother. Permission. Glad you arrived, Anukoji, said the president who sat in front of the he bows, showing his respect to their senior. This is our newest member of the student council. Ayano Koji, introduce yourself. I'm Ayano Koji Kyokita. Class D. Please take care of me, senpais. Oh, A class D student, A class D student. You gotta be kidding me, senpai," said the black hair boy. President, are you serious? Said the short hair girl. Most of them boys were disrespectful, but one person laughed. Class D, huh? Interesting. A blond boy smiled widely. He then faced Ainokoji and tapped lightly to his shoulder and said, "You must be someone amazing to have Horikita-senpai's approval, despite being the bottom. Want to play with me a bit?" he said mockingly. "That's enough, Nugumo," said the prisoner strongly. Nagumo then raised his hand, admitting defeat. My decision is final. He will be the new secretary. Tachibana, tomorrow teach him the basics, the president ordered. Yes, said the short-haired girl named Tachibana. Do you still object, Kiramina? He glared to black-haired boy. No, if that's your decision, I'm okay with it, said Kirayama. Good. Starting tomorrow, you will begin your duty, Ainokoji. Thank you very much, President. He bowed again. When Ainokoji left the room, Kirimiya followed him and, "Hey, Ainokoji." "Yes, senpai." "I haven't introduced myself. I am Kirimiya, Class 2B Student Council Treasurer. Nice to meet you, Kiriyama senpai. Anyway, don't mind Nagumo and just stay away from him, and also his vice president. Thank you for warning. I kept that in mind." At the same time in the library, Sudo threw the Sudo threw the pencil into the desk. "Stop! I'm done. This isn't working." Pseudo had quiet before they could even begin. Pseudo quit before even they could begin. Horikita quietly sees a beautiful display. "Wait, everyone, listen. Give it a shot. If you learn how to solve the problem, you can apply it to learn the question onto the test. Okay, Kushida asked. "Stop it, Kushida-san. There is nothing we could do about it," Horikita said. "Why, you should then grow furiously." Unable to hold back, he then grabbed Horikita's collar and threatened her, but Horikita didn't flinch. "Pseudo-kun." Kushida grabbed Pseudo's arm as fast as she could. "Teach, teach. I took a day off from my club activities for this, and it turns out to be a complete waste of time." He released her, leave the library. When the commotion entered, Hirata was worried, but proceeded to teach the remaining students. "Horikita-san, we are not going to be able to study if this continues like this," Kushida. "I don't care. It's also better to get rid of the dead weight," Horikita answered. Kushida expressed in darkened to chose to remain silent and avoid argument. I know Koji's perspective. "I took longer than expected. I wanted to play, huh? Maybe the next time, Vice Rep, just make sure to entertain me. I am on my way to the class library." I saw Cedar walk out of angry expression. What happened there? I thought. When I arrived, I met Horikita, icy glare, and questioned, "Why are you late?" "Sorry, it took longer than I expected." "Where were you?" "I know, Koji. I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. They will know about tomorrow. There is no use lying." I joined the student council. The library became silent for a moment. Then my classmate came toward me. A bit different question. "How did you enter?" "You're joking, right?" "Really? Congrats, I know, Koji-kun." When the question ended, everyone continued to study. I took a seat and saw a girl who was struggling to solve the math question. "Want me to help?" I asked. Can you teach? She said. A little, but I'm good at math. I replied. Hearing me said that math is my strength. She nodded. Show me her paper. Okay, first you. Then I slowly began to teach her step by step. She finally understood. That's how it's done. Oh, that's how it's done. Thank you, I know Koji Queen. You're surprisingly good at this, she blushed. My pleasure, I replied. By the way, Sadhu. I'm Setu, she introduced herself. With exchanging contact info, nice to meet you, Setu. I then I then I find another student with the same situation like Setu. As usually, I afford my assistant. She seems reluctantly, but then, in the end, accepted. She then gave me her name, Sakura, also her contact information as well. She's cute. Time passed by, and it's already 6 o'clock. In the evening, everyone called a day and proceed to enter the first year dorm. I'm exhausted. While I grum, it happened to see Kushira going to another direction. I began to follow her while hiding my presence. After a few minutes, she arrived at the school rooftop. I began to think that that's a bad idea to continue this, but suddenly I heard someone's voice. Ah, so annoying. The voice was so low that didn't sound from anyone I know. I moved forward to Sakushida. She's seriously annoying? She's seriously annoying. God, how irritating it would be if it's better if she died. She grumbled to herself as if chanting the words to some kind of spell or curse. Ugh, I hate suck up shabby girls who think they're cute. Why is she such a harpy? A rotten girl like her couldn't possibly tutor me. Was Kushida annoyed with Horikita? Ah, she's the worst. She she she's just the worst. Horikita, you're so annoying. You're damn annoying. I feel like I glimpsed into another side of this gentle girl, the most popular person in our class. She probably didn't want anyone else to see this dark side. A voice in my head whispered, it was dangerous to stay here. As I was about to leave, I kicked the door much louder than I anticipated. Kushina turned her side to me and asked coldly, what are you doing here? I got lost. Sorry. I'll be going now. She then walked forward me, gave me an intense glare. Did you hear? If I say no, would you believe me? I replied. If you tell anyone this you just heard. Oh shit. I forgot something. Oh shit, my script is fucking wet. Oh shit. I, I just heard I won't forgive you, she said coldly. I- as if I did, I asked. In that case, will you tell anyone that you tried to rape? As if I will tell everyone that you'll try to rape me, she answered. Rape her, not bad idea. That's a false charge, I said with a blank face. Not anymore. She then grabbed my hand and attempted to press it onto her, bosoms. But before she knew it, my hand already grabbing her throat and her face contained shock, thinking how the table turned. I slowly closed my eye, tightening my grip. She then dug her nail into my hand, but it was no use. Then she offered no resistance. Then I opened my eyes, showing my true nature. Then my eyes only contained pure darkness. She shivered and became immobilized. I leaned into her in the wall and asked, Hey Kushida, you said I tried to rape you, right? She didn't answer and continued to gaze into my eyes. Now I think about it, not a bad idea then. I slowly moved my lips into inches to her but stopped midway. I chuckled upon remembering her failed attempt to threaten me. You see, Kushida, I know how you feel having to wear a mask every day and act like an angel in front of everyone. So exhausting, I said. But don't worry, I won't tell anyone about here, and you must also do your part, I released her. She then fell to the floor, breathing heavily. Good night, Kyuku. Then leave her in the cool, dark rooftop. I have big Aino Koji, a devil. I really like this Aino Koji myself. It's literally me. As we go to the now of chapter 4, Ichinose Honemi. A week passed. The class D student continued studying in the library and beginning to get better at each subject, but despite the improvement, there is still someone worse beyond help. Did the two of you really study in the middle of the school? Ikkun and Yamachi-kun asked, irritated Horikita. Of course. How do you think we reach high school? Both said in unison. Then how do you explain this? Horikita showed the paper, that full of mistake. Ah, you see, we finally didn't understand our teacher back then. Ik said, while scratching his head. As we always cheat, cheat during the exam. He, Yamachi says shyly. Oh, what will I do? Do the two of you, said Horikita. At the same time, Ano Koji then visited the student council office that happened to see Ichinose leave. Oh. Ah shit, there was an urgent fucking call, so I'm sorry. Where should I start with? At the same time, Aino Koji then visited the student council office, then happened to see Ichinose leaving the room. She then looked at him for a moment, then walked fast as she could. Aino Koji's perspective. What was that for? But those tears, he thought. When I entered the room, Tachibana senpai scolded me for being late and handed me a file of paperwork. If happened to be beginning at this, as if happened to be the beginning at this, I will not be. It will be long gone, but not no. But good thing that Tachibana Senpai teach me all I need to know. While reading the documents, I happened to stumble upon a very interesting subject which I couldn't believe it to exist. The school is really unique, I thought. Aino Koji, could you give me that red envelope at your desk? These are the documents that I put here by mistake, she said. I stand up and handed her the red envelope with a sigh, confidential. Here you go, senpai. Change scenes. Time skip. Afternoon. In end of the afternoon class. How is going in the study group? Aino Koji asked. The rest of the class is important, but there are still those beyond help. Horikita answered. I guess Ik and Yamochi, right? Yeah, those idiots don't even know what situation and equation is. She then growled irritatedly to the subject, then I put it a halt. Just continue to teach them, okay? I'll leave them in your hand. With further ado, a walk outside to the classroom, then meet Ichinose. Is this a coincidence? I passed by her but suddenly called me. You're Aino Koji, right? She asked. Yes. What can I do for you? I answered. Follow me. Then she walked toward the back of the school gymnasium. Sorry guys, I'm making food and making what if at the same time. Yep. As we arrived at the location, she crossed her arm and gave me a serious look. How did you join? She asked. Join? She must mean the student council. I just asked the president to prove to him that I have the necessary ability to join student council, I replied. Then how can a student of class B and a boy in A class did not qualify, did not call it qualified? She shouted at the point finger at me. How can a worthless class D like you? Her eyes panicked. I'm really sorry. She then leaned her head, feeling guilty all the things she said. You're Ichinos of class B, right? Yes. Without looking at me, she replied quickly. Raise your head, I ordered. You don't hate me? She asked but quickly a better guess, no. But why, after all the terrible things I said to you, you don't even resent? 'Cause I know how you feel. Hearing my words, she raised an arrow. What did the president didn't acknowledge me? What did I lack? Am I not good enough? Those questions revolve around your mind and continue to hurt you till your mental and emotional state collapse. I paused. But don't worry, as long as you continue to improve yourself, I'm sure one day will come that the president himself would approve you. I showed her a bright smile, telling her everything gonna be fine. Also, I heard from him that it's not time yet, which means he already acknowledged you. Just to have wait for a moment. After hearing my statement, a moment of silence involved the place till she finally spoke up. Thanks. She looked at me in the in the eyes and smiled. Oh god, she's really beautiful. By the way, can I invite you at dinner? She asked. Huh? I was shocked by the sudden development. Please don't misunderstood. I just want to apologize for all the thing I said earlier. She desperately waved her hand. It's not a big deal really, I said. Are you perhaps shy? Hehehe, she mischievously smiled. Well, if you insist, why not? I surrendered. Then let's go. She pulled me and led the way. When, then go to the restroom and restaurant and eat dinner and talk about anything. We reached to the dorm. We exchanged contact info and said goodbye to one another. In the morning, sorry, in the morning waiting for the elevator, I look at my phone. 7, huh? I guess if I don't hurry, I'll be late. When it arrived, I saw an unexpected duo. It was Horikita and Kushida. I reluctantly entered and avoided Horikita's glare. Good morning, Aina Koji, Kunchi greeted me. I nod. How strange, after avoiding me for a week, she finally talked. Someone then tugged my arm and saw cheerfully seriously. Ohio, Kayotaka-kun, Kayotaka-kun, she said while smiling. Hearing Ichinose call my first name, Kushida asked, You know each other, Ichinose-chan? Yeah, we even had dinner yesterday, she said proudly. Is that true, Ano Koji-kun? Kushida inquired. Yeah. After talking for a while with Ichinose, we arrived at the class. Morning, Ano Koji-kun greeted Sudo. Morning, I know Koji-kun, said Sakura. I greeted back. For the past week, I become close with Sato and Sakura. It's not Sato. I'm sorry. I literally mistaken the name. The girl's name was Seitu. If I remember, Seitu. Yep, Seitu. The girl. It's a girl. Fucking girl. Seitu. Search her up. Then Sakura. I greeted them back. For the past week, I became close with Sato and Sakura after helping them in study group. Chibashira sensei arrived at the classroom, began the class, time skip at the cafeteria. After choosing my meal, then I scanned the surrounding to find an empty seat. I saw a hand raising to call my attention. Hey, here, Anokoji. Kun called Seito. I arrived at the table and saw Seito together with Kurizawa, Ushino Shinohara, and Mutsushita. I sat beside Seto and avoided awkward silence. I haven't talked with any of except for her. You're surprisingly close to Anakoji-kun, Soto-chan asked Shinohara. Seto avoided Shinohara's gaze and appeared to blush. He just teach me the study. Soto said shyly, is that all? Asked Shinohara teasingly. This is pathetic, said an annoyed Kurizawara. At a brief silence, we finished eating and proceed to our classroom. At the same time, different location. In a dark alleyway, a group of students faced each other. What, what do you think, Class C? What do you think, Class C guys want to shout a boy? Cuckoo. What do we want? We just wanna talk, one boy said grinly. You still have the guts to show your face after what you did to our class, the Class B student. Um, for those who watched the anime, in the LN, the first class Ryona attack was Class B. QQQQ. Accusing someone without any evidence, you certainly behave, aren't you, Class C students? The Class B student then grabbed the boy's collar and said, still acting innocent, Class B said. I'm telling you I'm innocent, or is your leader just incompetent? She cannot handle a little argument. The class C student provoked. Hearing the leader's insult as the angry student punched the face and abdomen of the boy, but the class B stopped punching when they saw the class C holding a camera. Q. Is this all you got? The boy asked while touching the Reddish lip. Oh, you just saw it, QQ. We will report you to the school if you won't let us plumb your face. But that's the same thing I did, said the class B student shakingly. No, you don't have the evidence. But we have one. Come on, boys, let's do this, he commanded. The class C student beat the daylight out of the class B student. Helplessly, the class C leader then laughed upon seeing the opponent face shaking fear. When they already satisfied with the result, they leaped behind the student of the full blood and covering each of their face. But they did not know that someone was watching the event from the beginning. Sorry for the delay. I've just been busy lately, by the way. He didn't say anything literally. Just turning the script. Right now the script is fucking broken. My script is literally all over the place. Saturday morning, Ainakoji's perspective. I was standing in front of the KK Mall, waiting for a certain someone to play. Thinking back, how did this happen? Flashback, afternoon. When the class ended, as I was thinking of things to do, someone approached my seat. Hi, Ainakoji, Kun said Sato. Hello, I replied. Can I invite you to play tomorrow? She asked shyly. My mind then turned blank all of a sudden question, but I didn't show it in my face. Sure. You see you at the karaoke mall. Sorry, karaoke. I am fucking very sorry. Kyoki Mall. At the 9 a.m., she just jumped happily, then left like a wind. In the present, while I'm lost in thought, Seto then arrived and waved at me. She was wearing a blue dress in her, and her hair was beautiful arranged, and perhaps she went to the hairdresser. Now I got a good look at her. She's not bad. Good morning, I know Koji-kun, she greeted. Did you wait long? She asked. Not really. I just arrived at that moment. I replied. Okay, shall we go? She grabbed my arm and led the way by shopping district. When we arrived, she picked several outfits and go inside to dressing room. Try it. Please wait, she said. I nodded and sit while waiting for Theodore to finish. The door opened and saw her wearing light pink crop and top blue jeans. What do you think? She asked. I think it looked good on you, I replied. She smiled after trying all the outfits as she returned all of them to the dressing area. I'm rather curious of her actions, so I asked. Why you return it? I just wanna try them. I haven't got enough point lately. So that's why. Take a pair, I'll buy it for you, I told her. Really? Yeah, consider a gift for trying hard in the study group. Thank you, Aino Koji-kun. She then hugged me. Sorry, she said. It's okay, come on, let's go. After buying the clothes with the cost of 50,000 yen, geez, girls, your habit of having to live without points. We then continue wander around the mall and stop at the instrument store. Then I found a piano and it has a sign written, feel free to try it. I recall all the training I done in the white room, and the one of it was a piano lesson. I moved forward to face, breathe and breathe out of my hand, and both play for a leash by both him. After hitting the slow notes, I carried away quickly and quickened my pace to match the original. The crowd then went silent, but I didn't notice because my mind was focused on the melody. When I finished my performance, all eyes were on me. I had a clap from the student. I went to the dumbfounded. Said, "So, hey, you okay? That was amazing, Hana Koji-kun." Her eyes were shining. I didn't expect to be good at a classical piece. She commented. It's nothing special. I just good in piano. That's all. But still amazing. While we were talking, girl then approached us in the back. I know Koji Seto-chan. We turned around, found Sakura wearing casual clothes. Are you two perhaps dating? Asked Sakura with expression turned gloomy. No, it's not that, Jane said while awaiting her gaze. Life then returned to Sakura. So it's okay if I join you? Sure, why not? Why not, right? I know Koji-kun asked, sure, why not? First we go to the restaurant, then spend the... Um, spent the rest of the afternoon visiting different stores in Kyuki Mall. We then parted way when it was already 6 o'clock in the evening. Evening called it a day. Well, that was fun. So this is freedom. Time skip to 8 p.m. Third person perspective. In the scheduled place, two persons was hugging each other, embracing each other warm. Ayano Kun Shimon. Ayano Koji kissed her lip passionately as he slid his tongue in her mouth. As she was also she replicated his hand into reach her bottom and squeeze it. Oh shit! Letting her squeeze a little. When he was about to kiss her neck, she stopped him. Why, Che? He asked. That's enough for today, Ayano-kun, she said, seeing him disappointed, and she laughed. Hoshimiya's perspective. After we stopped, he was still dissatisfied. Geez, teenagers these days sure they are thirsty. I still don't understand how I fell for this boy. Well, sorry, just I myself, I myself and some of my friends write the script literally. His handsome face, but I got this feeling there is more. Have you been studying lately, Ayano-kun? I asked him, primarily reason. You worried about me, Che? He grinned. Of course, Baka. He. Well, yes, I have been attending the student study group lately, he answered me. He assured me. Seeing his smile enough to lessen my worries. Just do your best, okay, okay? I honestly don't want my boyfriend to get expelled. I told him, Ayano-kun, can I ask you for a favor? Sure, anything for you. Can I ask you for a favor? Anything for you, Che, he answered. I began to tell him about things that worried me in the past days. He assured me to leave everything to him and everything's gonna be fine. Hearing those words, load of problem was taken off my chest. Then I kissed him before saying goodbye. Time skip in the morning. Yes, the teacher has fallen for our fucking main character. Our main character is Slime Dog right now. I know Coach's perspective. I woke up, I immediately remembered things she told me. There is a threat that might break her class and also attack ours. It's really troublesome, but I guess there is still a mess the clean before I achieve my goal. Well, there is also things excite. I got take a shower and prepare to go to the cinema. When I entered the elevator, I met Horikita after a brief moment of silence. She finally spoke up. Going on a date? She asked. Yeah, I tried to tease her. With whom? She looked at me annoyed. Mind your own business, I replied. Mind my own business? You told me that you will help me to reach class A, she yelled. Why, she angry? Of course, I promised her, but it doesn't involve today's topic. She then continued to talk about her life effort in the past days, how I didn't even do my part, the deal, and how I ignored her. Okay, okay, I'm just joking. I concept to her. Is this is not really a date. It's just ask for a help, of course. That is also a lie, but I also didn't wanted to tell her who it was. She was very annoyed at me teasing her, and was trying to chop my side and catch her hand before it reached me. At the Kyoka Mall, I arrive at the entrance of the mall and find Ichinose talking to a boy with this seemed to be an upperclassman. I waited for them to finish, but the boy suddenly grabbed her shoulder. Ichinose began to remove the hand, but it was no use. So I then approached her and said, Ichinose, did I make you wait? I shouted and making the boy intensely. He was shocked and was trying to leave, but I suddenly grabbed his hand, slowly gripped it and said to him, listen, man, I will let you go for today, but if it happen to see you again approaching this girl, I assure you I will beat the shit out of you, understood? He then bowed his head rapidly, as said sorry, before failing the place. Are you alright? Yeah, thank you, Aina Koji-kun. She hugged me. It's only natural. If you have problem in the future, you can tell me. Can I count on you? She looked at me. If you are fine by me, if you are fine, if you are fine by me, I replied. Thanks, she smiled. I'll protect such lovely smile. Then we proceed, and if you know who is Ichinose, I'm gonna show you the fucking picture right now. I believe this is Ichinose. I not I really am believing this is Ichinose literally. And this is Kushida. And this is Sakura, and you can see her name, Ari Sakura. Yep. And this is Kei Kurizawa. I know I'm changing the fucking photo every time. Wait. Now I will put a lively smile. We then proceed to our destination but come to a halt. The vice president approaches us with a wide grin. QQQ, having a date and a koji. Nugumo said mockingly. I just continued to stare at him with a blank expression until I was annoyed. Oi, oi, this is how you respond to your superior, he asked. Not waiting to attract any attention, I decided to answer. What do you want? I asked. Nothing really. I just want to remind you that everyone who defies me will either will be expelled or become my tool. He answered with a wide grin. Tool, huh? See you later, Aino Koji. He then set his eyes to Ichinos before leaving. After that tense atmosphere, everything went back to normal. We buy popcorns, watch the movies, and then eat in the restaurant. Is this really weird day, isn't it? She asked. Yeah. After a senpai tried to threaten me, Vice President Nagumo then declared war on you. She was worried when Nagumo looked at her earlier. Worried about Nagumo, right? But rest assured, I will protect you, I told her strongly. Thank you again, Kyo, Kyotika, Kyo, Kyotaka-kun. I really don't know how to repay you. No worries, after all, I have fun today. I smiled. Me too, hehehe. She laughed. Also, you can call me Hanemiya. Sure, Hanemiya. Hanemi. Sure, Hanemi. We then part ways, said goodbye to each other as I was about to reach my doorknob. My phone buzzed. Bzzz. Hello, I answered. Q Q Q. I know Koji boy. Oi Kenoji. What can I do for you? I asked mockingly. Remember the purpose, it was early back. Remember the purpose, it was early to back out, he asked. I was trying to tell you that ready to admit defeat, I asked. Q. I'm really excited to see your face be begging for mercy. See you later. I know Koji boy. He cut the call. Beg mercy, I guess I have to go all out. I know Koji is gonna destroy his fucking career. I'm thinking of creating One Punch also something. Little bit of script. It's gonna take me few weeks. 3 weeks has passed. The midterm exam was around the corner. Whether you get expelled or not depends on each of their test score. Morning. In the morning, Anakoji perspective. Chibashira sensei arrived at the classroom while holding a bunch of papers, slammed it into us. Okay, everyone. Before we begin, any before we begin, there any absent? She scanned the room and saw everyone is present. Then explained the rule exam. Each subject contains 100 points, and it will be given to approximately by 1 hour. Each and every student who will give the finishing during the destined time will return to the paper at the front. And cheating is not allowed. Anyone who will be caught red-handed will be subject to explosion. She exclaimed. She explained. After a brief speech, she then started to pass out the paper to the front, giving each student finally the start. I look at the subject, it's math and scan every question and have an idea on the level difficult so then I can adjust my test score. But the problem lies on Kenwiji. I know he's smart, but I don't know what extent his academic ability is. Better safe than never. I decided to score close to 100 as I didn't attract much attention. Mostly the question is somehow easier to answer, but the last three questions value 10 points. It's extremely hard even for a high schooler, and I'm positive that Tenuji don't know such thing. 1 hour passed. Okay, that's enough. Return your paper to the front, said Shibahara sensei. She then gave us another set of papers, so on to the for transcript. Time sure flies. I already subject it's already fifth subject Japanese. As I usually scan the paper, but I plan to get 100 because it's not complicated really. Third person perspective. When the bell rang, every student let go of their pen and returned the paper in front, knowing that the midterm exam finished. Few students had a gloomy expression while most of them is happy. Kenichi then stood up and looked at Ainakoji smugly before leaving the class. Ainakoji didn't mind it because he already knew the outcome. He then approached Sakura and asked how she handled the test. Sakura, how did you? He asked. I think I managed somehow. She replied contritely as her words somewhat seemed off. You're thinking of that incident again, right? He looked at Sakura, shocked Sakura. I already told you, leave it to me. Your involvement won't come to light, I promise. Oh, okay, thank you, I know Koji-kun, she said, no problem. Poor Sakura, having witnessed such scene. If they saw her during that time, I don't even know what they might do to her. Flashback, third perspective. During the weekend when Seo and Sakura and Ainokuchi was playing in the mall, paying in the mall. The star, they stopped in the restaurant have lunch. Then I got to call. I will be back in a moment, Seota. I got up. When Seto got up, Ainokuchi then asked that timid Sakura about why she is not acting herself. Are you okay? Of course. What are the sudden questions? She asked with a fake smile. It's just you have been acting differently lately, and you can tell me anything you know. We are friends, right? He replied. Seeing him worried about us, Sakura then told him about the fight between B and Class C. She saw the past few days and showed him a video that proved she is in lying. She was so frightened that remembering the time caused her to start shaking fear. But Anakoji held her hand, told her everything's gonna be just fine. Leave everything to him, and promised that he will protect her with all his ability. Present now. Anako's best, but still, thanks to her, I acquired a significant information like killing two birds with one stone. I used this to save Che and Che and stop the rampage of the leader Class C. When I returned to my seat, I looked at my neighbor, saw her reading book, entertained, and no one was there. Nice book you have there, I said sarcastically. Don't worry, nobody's gonna get expelled. She glanced at me. How serious are you? I asked. Dead serious. He then looking at my holding comparison. Oi, what's up the comparison? You know I know Koji-kun. You have been teasing me around lately. I don't like it. She then got up and about to stab me. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. And why should I forgive you? I have a value information reaching a class A faster. And what is it? Special exam. I look at her straight in the eye. Special what? Her eye widened. I'll explain later. You better be, she said. Anyway, how many points do you think you'll get? You'll see tomorrow. Why is she always annoyed at me? Still, she is beautiful as long as she keeps her mouth shut. Timescape at the student council office. Third boy Ayano Koji entered the room, only found the elder Horikita sitting in the chair while reading some document. Ayano Koji, said the president. He replied, how was the exam? Is it hard? A little bit. Positive, still positive that I passed, said Ayano Koji. Good. Do you still remember things I have said to you, right? Asked the president. That you will kick me out if I incompetent, right? Yeah, I hope you remember the president's work. President then returned the work and Anakoji do his duty. When they were about to leave, the president remembered something called him Anakoji. Anakoji then looked at him with a confused expression. Now what he thought. I forgot to tell you that Class C filed a case against your class, he said. To whom? You will know during the hearing, he replied. It's not really my own business. But I'm sure everything's gonna be fine, said Anna Koji with a confident I see. The president then did not push the topic. Just wait how long things will play out, then leave the room, call it a day. Anna Koji's room. Anna Koji proceeded. While cleaning my room, preparing my plan, I then sent a message to someone. Come to my room at 10 minutes. Then a reply came shortly. Okay. Yet a moment passed. Then I hear a sound from my doorbell. Ding, ding, ding. I open it immediately. Welcome my visitor. Permission. Then I tell her to sit in my bed while I boiling water, coffee or tea. Chocolate, she answered. I looked at her blankly. Kidding, coffee, please. She smiled mischievously. I nodded, poured the coffee into the cup, and gave it to her. So what do you have asked? Sure, Kiwi. She then slipped the paper toward me. Well done, I compliment. As expected, this person. Hee hee hee. So what's your plan? She asked. Just watch. Then I send a video to a student named Reina. He then responds, what you want? I will negotiate. I want a negotiation. QQ, what is the deal? Leave Class B alone and take back the case against Class D. Q, do you think I accept? It's not about whether you accept or not. Remember your place. Listen here, bastard. I don't know how you get my number. I will accept the fucking deal this time, but if I happen to find you, I will let you know who are you messing with. Reonin. Don't worry, Reonin. We will face each other soon. Wow, you really declare war, huh, Kui? She asked. It's necessary for the goal to reaching Class A. Well, I know. Reaching Class A is important for our future, but why are you so fixated on it? I can tell you the reason, but I can't tell you the reason. But I must throwing away my freedom to protecting or postating something literally. Every student in advanced nurturing high school in sitting unexcited the seat waiting for the test result which declare other. Meanwhile in class D, the atmosphere not different from the other classes. Everyone was worried. Expression looking at each other tick of the clock. Even Horikita is not expecting. She was nervous on her result, but whether other because if someone of their class will drop, it will affect her goal. Shivara Sensei then arrived at her usual scene, looked carrying a large paper of white. First, she scanned the room, looked at every student face, suddenly smirked. Everyone grew confused and sudden change of behavior as the teacher. Don't give me that look. Okay, here you go, exam results, Shivara Sensei, said Shivara Sensei. She then stuck the white sheet paper onto the blackboard, revealing everyone's name. Now I'm gonna show you just the top 5 little. I don't fucking care. Ayano Koji 94. Kenoji 93, Kushida 90, Yukimura 87, Horikita 85, Chemistry, Koji, Kenoji 95, Ano Koji 94, Horikita 90, Kushida 89, Yukimura 86, Social Studies, Ano Koji 98, Kenoji 96, Horikita 92, English, Mei-chan 99, Kenoji 98, Ainokoji 97, Japanese Ainokoji 100, Kenoji 98, Horikita 95, Hirata 92, Kushida 90. Everyone was supposed to be happy and already shouted with joy because all of them passed each other, but on the contrary, they just continued to stare dumbfounded at the unexpected result. Honestly, I am shocked. I am also impressed, Chivasan showed thin smile. I didn't expect such, especially the top two. For the fourth subject. Well done, she kept continuing. But this is just the first handle, better ready than never. The sensei then returned to her user transcript Hanakoji. Oh, well, that was close. He is full of mystery. When the class ended, Horikita even looked at me. So that's why we were confident yesterday, said Horikita. I just ignored her excited look and looking at the window. More importantly, how did Ik-kun and Yamucha-kun got 60 all over the subject? No, not to forget about how did Pseudo even pass? He didn't visit the study group. Aside from that one time, she asked. I just continued to ignore her rambling. I recall that everything happened in the past few weeks. When Shiba-sensei announced the content of the full exam, I began to move in the shadows. First week, 3 days suspense. Since conflicted her kids and never show up in the study group again. It doesn't really matter because if he attended or not, my plan won't change. In the student council, I'm sitting at the desk while waiting for the president to be alone. When the time finally comes, President, what is it, Anna Koji-kun? He answered, I need a favor. Then he stopped his task and looked at me, and what is it? He gazed out. Do you still have the paper from the midterm during your first year? I want them. How bold of you, he smirked. Yes, I still have those. Why would I give it to you? So that you owe me one. I somehow observed the hostility relationship between you and the vice pres. I said smirkingly. Maybe you'll need my assist in the future. I see. Then he adjusted glass. Okay. You can have it, but remember, when I come to collect the favor, he paused. Don't disappoint me. He then gave me a serious look. Sure. Then I obtained the paper from the president, but still keeping it in my room. Next week, I was on my way to my room and I saw someone waiting. Oh shit! How many times? I saw someone waiting at my door. She called to me. Does she notice my presence? Hello, Koi. Koi called Kushida. Uh, yo, yo, did you just call me my given name? I asked. Yes, after all, you're the first to intend in it. She bit her lip. Okay, well, you want to come in? Sure. She then go inside my room, sit in my bed, and proceed to kitchen, boil some water. Do you want coffee or tea? I think I'll go with. She put her finger into a coffee. Okay, then I replied. Then I put the coffee and cup it, gave it to Kushan. So what do you want, you cool? I need you to take responsibility, she said. For what? You're almost take my first time, she yelled. What? First time, what first time? She faced a different direction. Boys will always be boys, she protested. As if wanting to leave my place, I called her. Q, 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 Q. She raised an eyebrow and looked at me. I don't really have any idea about you're talking about. There is something I want you to do, I told her seriously. Oh. Oh, and what would that be? What will I receive, Q? She smiled. Anything you want as long as it's acceptable. Let's see. Horikita's expansion. Expansion. Her eyes shining. Not a chance. I look at her Cody. Yee. Then how about your protection? She said. You. Why do you need me? If the time comes that my mask will start to crumble, I want you to protect me with all your ability. In exchange, I will provide you with my assistance. She showed me her true self. Deal, he answered. By the way, what do you want me to do? She asked. I told her about my plan to save Yamachi like Cedar using the old test paper I got from the president and I ordered her to give it to them. But she must not tell a word about my involvement. What about the others? Of course, it's normal to be worried about the others, but based on Horikita's report, I think they somehow managed. Don't worry, they're already prepared. Also, you can study it. I said, really? Sure. She then hugged me and both of them fell down in the bed. Then she stared at each other easily. I kissed her lip. Yep. That was my first time, she said, blushing. Also mine, I smiled. Oh, wait. Oh, it's already late. Bye, Kyoko. Bye, Kyoyo. Then I stand her off of my door, and she suddenly kissed me. It's a payback. He. She chuckled and left. That girl is troublesome. If she were an enemy, good thing she is an ally. Now, to obtain my queen, I must defeat the pawn. Time skip to 8:13. When I was watching TV, my suddenly ring, 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 ring. Hello, I answered. Koi, I gave the old test paper to the three idiots, and they also promised that they won't tell anyone about it. Job well done, Kyo. Kyoyoshi worked fast. She then talked about a casual thing before cutting the call. Go to bed. 3 weeks. After knowing the incident, I sent a message to Kushida telling her to investigate any information regarding the leader of Class C. I know Kuchikun, are you listening, Horikitas? Huh, what are you talking about? You know you're weird, she said. I don't care. After our conversation, someone then approached my seat wearing a white green. Cute. Maybe close, but still my loose. I'm a Koji boy, he said. Yep, remember the deal? Yes, but I will only keep it with the minimum. After I give my best, not a part of the deal, right? He asked while grinning. As long as your help is all matters, I replied. Then He returned to his seat. Also, Horikita looked at two of his confused. Are you two having a competition? It's none of your business, but I already told you before, don't pray into my life. Life. I looked at her, showing my eyes, even looked at her, showing my eyes that even Kyoko couldn't stand. She then Kyoko, sorry, Kyoko, Kyoyoko, Kyo. She then went to side. She went side and didn't talk to me during the class. Third person in the student council. The same event happened. Ayano Koji entered the room only to found the president is Ayano Koji called out, yes. The class C withdrew their competition, he said. Oh, what a weird world we live in, I replied. So, this is what you mean everything can be fine. I don't know what you're talking about. Really, by the way, I really collected. I came to collect your debt, he said seriously. Why so early? I smirked. He just continued to look at me and said seriously. And what is it? I asked. I want you to become the next student council president, he replied. It's too much for me. Saving the three classmates from explosive is not that easy task, you know, said, giving me an intense look. I sighed. Okay, fine. When my timing starts, I will give you the details later. For that meantime, just do your usual task, he replied. Then I nodded and to go to my table doing paperwork. Meanwhile, in the front of the Botan building, phew, it seems that other classes are raising their class points, said the girl in cane. We should not be full of ourselves, especially to the two rumored student in class D, said the bald boy. Phew, why so serious? Kasuriga-kun, even if their expectation all still don't stand a chance against us, class A, said the girl. Yeah, you're right, Sayonagi-san, said the Kisagi. Phew. At the same time, at karaoke. Fuck, the unknown student. Once I know his identity, I won't show mercy. Even said while drinking some the soft drink. Alcohol is prohibited. Also, they're still minor. Yep. Yeah, Rainy-san. Yeah, Rain-san will show that motherfucker which he what he was messing with. Ishigawa, one of the real henchmen, a huge African American student, nod while wearing his sunglasses. One short blue-haired girl looked at and with disgust. Another girl with long hair just looked at the group. Saitilo holding a book. Inside the classroom of Class B. Yes, we are really happy that you are the leader, Ichinose-chan. A girl hugged Ichinose. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank for everybody passed. Another girl then hugged her. I'm also glad your classmate minim- minimum son, she smiled. Third person. Then the day and as everyone then returned to their dorms while feeling revealed that nobody failed, but knowing that another storm is coming few weeks. Now update point. Class A 1029. Class B 739. Class C 5075. Class D 99. Almost 100. Oh, I'm doing some non-canon stuff right now, so Ichinose SSS. I'm sorry, I can accept you in council, said the president. Hearing the student council president said those words, my words suddenly crumbled. I don't understand. I still haven't shown him my capabilities, and yet he rejects me without any explanation. But that boy in class D was accepted recently. Yeah, student, even class D was accepted. Why not someone like me in class B, not qualified? He's different. You may now leave, he said coldly. I hold my tears for falling before leaving the room. Outside the student council, then by coincidence I met him. Only first year student was accepted by the president. Only the president, despite being the class D, gained approval of the president. The student then just looking at his appearance. There is nothing you can find that is extraordinary. Question. then flooded to me. Why, how come? This is unacceptable. And then I gave him a glare before leaving and trying to meet him where the class ends. I was crowded with rage. I didn't expect I said those words. Yes, I know that his class is deep, but this isn't right to judge person because of that. I was ashamed and disappointed of myself, as he may already think that I'm cruel person. I raised her head, he said. I was already expecting a criticize, but he looked at me with no sign of hatred. You don't hate me? I asked in open reply. Why? How could some person being judged by a complete stranger didn't carry any hate? After hearing his explanation, my chest began to feel light, like a huge amount of weight was taken away from me. Well, he's not bad person, but still feel sorry for him. Maybe invite him for dinner. Wanna have dinner with me? He reluctant at first, but then and gave up. I slightly smiled. Then we proceed our destination. Maybe I will understand even more in the future. It's just a frat. Just other student opinion on INO right now. Now this is called Kushida SS. Kushida's perspective. I was very pissed by Horikita's attitude. How could she easily brushed off Pseudo-kun just because he can study? Well, he really is dumb, but there is no need to add any insult. I was just cursing her name, realized that it pressure all over a few past days. Then suddenly hear someone sound. I saw my classmate Aino Koji-kun. Time then stop. I was thinking of any scenarios it will happen. If my secret will be exposed. Then I threatened him, saying that I will expose if he'll expose me. I will charge him for rape. I didn't like this idea, but the only thing option was available. Then I grabbed his arm, proven as evidence, but it was too late, as his hand already in my throat. He then closed his eyes and slowly tightened his grip. I struggled and dragged my nail cause I can no longer breathe. But then he opened his eye. My whole body shivered. His sharp pupil can see through your whole existence. It is a void, a color of darkness, nothing else. He then moved his lip closer to mine, but I didn't resist because I already accepted my fate. But he stopped midway. I chuckled and then left me in my rooftop. Then I said to myself, who are you, Anukoji-kun? And at that I decided I need to get close to you. I'll do anything to gain your protection in the future. Yep, Anukoji is special. Now, I think I'm gonna do some special motherfucking thing for you guys. Making you happy, I guess. That's the thing is special. Okay, special. This happened after Amisawa visit Anukoji's room for the first time. Anukoji posted. She persisted, demanding that I sit down right in front of her. Unable to go against, I gave up on cleaning and made my way into the living room. Just instinct. Alright then, time to dig in. Amisawa slowly carried a spoon of hot tom yum gum on her mouth. She didn't seem to mind having me sit here and stare at her. She ate at all. She then looked at me and smiled. Mischievously, I began to put my guard, but she then suddenly put a spoon on my mouth. How does it taste, senpai? She asked. Gluk. Then I swallow it. It's good, I guess. Do you have any idea about to answer? Do you have any idea what to answer? I don't have any idea what to answer. I just answer blankly. He. She chuckled. Then she sit beside me and put her delicate hands in my chest while carrying carrying a circle. You know, senpai, the first time I saw you in my chest become hot. She said in a sweet voice. You know that means, right? She asked while looking directly into my no idea. I answered. You're no fun, senpai. She pouted. But tonight you will know. She then smiled seductively and pushed me into the bed. She kissed me passionately while she was on the top of me. Then I replicated by holding her waist. You're good at this, senpai, she said as she slowly unbuttoned my uniform. Are you really sure about this? I asked first, but maybe she's teasing me. She then kissed me, but with full of lust, and put her tongue inside my mouth and stopped. Do I still need to answer that? Hearing her answer, I rolled So I rolled, switching our position. Now I'm top of her. She is under me. Wow, you're quite aggressive, senpai. She giggled. Call me Kyoi, I said. Kyo. Okay, Kyoi. I then kissed her in the lip, preventing her to finish her word. I then put my right hand arm in her breast while groping it, causing her to moan. Ah, Kyo. Then I insert my tongue, and she also replicated. Our kiss lasted 5 minutes till we were suddenly out of breath. Is that all you got, Q? She teased me. Then I sucked her neck and curled my fingers into her hard nipple, causing her to moan more. Wait, I'll undress you first, she said. She then slowly unbuttoned her uniform and threw it on the floor, revealing her black undergarment and curved body. How do I look? She asked. Perfect, I replied. She then pulled me close and proceeded with kiss. I slowly put my hand behind her back and removed her clip. It was done. My lips then switched to her breast, sucking it while my right hand is gripping the other. She then started to more strongly, causing me to be spotted by pleasure. I then started to rub her tower lips already full of juice. You are already wet, aren't you? I grinned. She didn't answer, but she let out her tongue because of the pleasure. Then I put on the finger inside of her, making her snow and pain expressions, slowly letting it into her letting out her inside. She then gripped my head, causing her to scream while she was about to jump. That was fast, I laughed. She then smacked my chest and said, Q, you baka, she protested. When we were about to start, my doorbell rang. Oh shit. Now I guess it is volume 2 prologue. After one first year exam result day went smoothly, most students, but it was quite chaotic when come to Anakoji because his test score attracts some attention, especially the girls' side. Lot of girls approached him to invite him for tea, but he decided some decided then some asked him for his contract info. Of course he agreed, but one girl came with a different job in a back of Jinmei, Ayana Koji. Amina Koji with a long blonde hair and purple eyes called to me. What is it? I replied. Please go out with me, she said as a teary eyes. Flashback. I was very tired. All the gaze that I looked at me, especially the boys' side. When every time a cute girl approaches, they'll shoot deadly glare. Well, I also understand, but there is nothing I can do. Then I arrive at my classroom. I sit at my desk. I finally entered the store. It was quite different to be popular, right? My neighbor asked me, are you talking about yourself? I tried to act still being modest. Well, it's not really well my business, she said. Continue to read the book. That's right. This is in your business, so shut up. You're disturbing my limit break. Chibihara Sensei then arrived at the classroom and said, there is an important announcement tomorrow. Make sure no one is absent. Horikita then shot a glance at me, telling me that you're thinking what I'm thinking. Then I sent a nod. After the class started, when I am on my way to cafeteria, I suddenly bump into a girl carrying some books, and she fell in our encounter. I'm sorry, I quickly apologized, helped her stand up after we already picked her all book and on the floor. Okay, I asked. Yes, she answered. You okay? I asked. Yes, she answered. She has long silver hair and purple eyes. From her physique, I can tell you we are the same year. The boy approaches. Hey, what you doing, Shina-san? What you doing to Shina-san? You punk? He asked. From the way he talked, I can tell that he's a delinquent. And the bad news. When he was about to come closer, the girl named Shina, Shina then stopped him. Stop it, Ishi, Ishizawa, Ishizaki. But he is being rude, he said. It was by accident, there is nothing to worry. She then bowed to me and replied, I'm sorry for the ruckus. I keep my eye on the road. No, I should be apologizing. I also bowed. I remember your face. Ish- Ishizaki pointed a hand at me. Ishizaki, she yelled. Let's go. See you later. They then walked past me, and Ishizaki continued to intimate me with a true glare, but I take it anyway. By the male's attitude, I can tell that they're class C, and the way he addressed Sheena, she might be one of the leader of the class. In the cafeteria, when I already finished my order, I was called by Ichino-san with a worried expression. Hi, Kiyotaka. She called me. Hello, Hinomi. Wanna eat lunch together? Sure. We sit facing each other, but still just continue to look down, not saying a word. You okay? Yeah, she said, is there any problem? Actually, Kyotika, you become very popular these past few days. Did you already found a girlfriend? She asked without facing me. Actually, I already have one, but there is no way I can tell her, but I'm dating a hallroom teacher. Sadly, I haven't found one. She almost shouted and stand up in her seat. Seeing her happy, I don't know what to feel. Oops, sorry. Then she bowed to the she bowed to the student who beside us. We then spent the lunch together, talking with anything without any importance. In the corridor, while I am on my way to the class, my phone vibrated. I open the found a message. Meet me at the back of the gymnasium after class. Unknown. I was sent a message. I sent a message to Kyoko and asking her if she knows the owner of this number. She just a moment later I received a name I didn't expect. Are you going? What are you going to do with her? Jealous, Kyoko? I'm serious, Kyo. Nothing. I'm just gonna meet her after all. Honestly, I don't know what to do with you. Of course, I know I might happen. Just wanna tease her a bit. Don't worry. I'm gonna reject her. Just make sure you're okay, Kyo. Kyoko said, nobody really knows the future holds. I didn't expect this to happen too soon. In the present, hearing those words, in my mind went blank. Well, there was no use running. I might answer on it. I didn't even finish my word, and she suddenly hugged me, crying into my chest. Hey, I said, please don't reject me. I beg you. She begged. I really think there is something wrong with her. I feel she's being turned. Who's Kurizawa-san, I called her, who is threatening her. I look at her in the eye, which is begging her for help. No one, she continued. I put her face in my I understand. I also hug. I will pretend to date you. Whoever is the one pulling the string will pay. Why the fuck not? I really like that shit. I really like Pitchell's fucking shit. Then I scanned the surrounding, found a person hiding very well. Then she finished crying. She breathed slowly and wiped her tears. Thank you, she said. Oh, wanna go to my room? Her eye widened and didn't expect me to ask such forward question. I leaned into her and whispered, you can tell me anything, I promise I'll protect you. She then nodded and hesitantly followed me into the room. Tansky, 7 in the evening. I was lying in my bed and taking all the troublesome thing happened when I entered the school. First, someone threatened me with explosion. Second, helping to rise my class from the bottom to top, making an enemy out of Nagoma and the special class. Then now, surprise attack of Rihanna. So you finally make your move, Rihanna. Hello, I answered. What is happening, Kyoko asked. I thought you reject her. I can explain. After hearing my expression, she then started to calm down. So what happened? What are you gonna do, Kyoi? She asked curiously. For now, I'll play the game, but I'll crush them the first time. I said the coolest way. Yeah, it will begin tomorrow. I don't know how or how till I can answer all that fucking question. I don't know really myself. I was doing some fucking business right now. Okay. Now, chapter 1, special class. It's the second volume, second. By the way, I'm reading the light novel, you can say. These are fucking spoilers. If you don't want spoilers, then go fucking away from the video. In the morning, in the class D, third person perspective. Shibahara-sensei arrived at the classroom with her usual steam look. She then scanned the room, looking for any absence. In the class, speaking the important announcement. Look like everyone is here. Let me announce for you to the special exam. Almost everyone confident started to ask question. What special exam? What now? Sage-chan sensei. Sensei then smacked the blackboard with her stick with make everyone shut up. Would you incompetent shut up a bit, she exclaimed. Starting the next week, all the first year will begin their first special exam, which tests you to class teamwork, decision making, and leadership. Some of you might thinking this is just test, but depends on your performance. You will earn enough class point can change the standing in the class. Everyone then become excited as they heard the possibility of the change in the class position. This exam consists of 5 events, which is 3 in 3 basketball, penalty kick in the score, mental arithmetic, uh, other fucking sick English list. Sharing the event heavy were some of the uniques and quite sad. Some of them were quite sad. I will explain the rule tomorrow morning. Use the remaining time for decisions. She then leave the class for a long explanation from a long Anokoja perspective. After Chibashara-san, Chibashara sensei left the room. The class then erupted as the settled down to each other decision. Hey, what do you think if I play the basketball or the conf- configuration? I bet there is an easy win, shouted Sido. No way, if I practice in the English test, I will ace it, said Yamochi, which obviously a lie. He rather than stand and the teacher podium to calm everyone. Okay, okay guys, settle down. All of us must exchange hearing about the chances of increasing class point, which means the increasing private points, right? We still don't know how the rules, but that's why we need someone to take to manage someone that can formulate a strategy, a leader that already has someone in mind. Hoja said it with a serious, and who might that be? Shinohara, rather than smile, said, it's Horikita, she'll be our class leader. Staring to Starting today, almost everyone was shocked hearing Horikita's name, but no one dared to question Hirata's judgment. Can you please explain the strategy, Horikita? Horikita then stand up, walking into the front facing her. First, Kushida will make a group chat, then I want everyone, especially those who think you can win, send a message which they want to participate. Their level of mastery, practicality event, not use buffering. I want everyone participate. As the participant will be decided tomorrow after hear the rules from Chibhara Sensei. That's all. After that, she then returned to her seat as usual, continued to reading her book in class A. Third perspective. After Mishihima Sensei done explaining about the special exam, two leaders Kutsugari and Sugaka formulated a study together with some of the underlings. Phew, this is very pleasant, right, Katsuki-kun? Asked Sekuyagi. Yes, after all, nobody can beat us in a class A. Nobody can beat us class A in any practical exam, said Kusigari. Foo. You're certainly right, laughs. You know fucking her name. Fuck her name. What are you gonna do, princess? Asked Hishimoto. Relax, Hishimoto-kun. You will participate in the penalty kick and Kyuto-kun in the confirmation and make sure to crush them, said Sekiyaki sparkling eyes. Hishimoto and Kikitio then nod, hearing the order of the leader. What do you think? What about you, Katsugi-kun? Asked Seiyogiki. I can handle the mental ultimate arithmetic, replied Kusiga. How you know his fucking name? Fuck this fucking so hard fucking name. I cannot literally little do anything. Foo. Not bad. Then I'll take care of the English exam. Meanwhile, in class B. Okay, everyone. Everyone, kindly raise your hand if you want to participate. Okay. Ask Kishino as the front. Everyone then nod. Acknowledge their leader. Okay then, the penalty kick. Okay, in the penalty kick, a boy named Shiba Shibi Beta then raised his hand. Oh, that's great. After all, you're part of the soccer club, right, Shiba-kun? Yes, in Ichino-san, Shiban shyly. In the content, anyone asked Ichino with a worried look. I'll pass you, said a slim boy. Are you sure, Kazuki-kun? Asked Ichino. Yeah, I'll make sure to preserve the result, replied Kazuki strongly. If you say so. I don't force, okay, don't force yourself. At the class C. Rion sat at the teacher desk while wearing a huge green suit. QQ. Special exam, huh? Okay, you low flies. I will choose among you. Whoever practice, I won't take you for an answer. Understood? Everyone just stayed silent, scared or denying their leader's voice, which they hesitated to use violence in order to control the class. Yumi, Albert, Ishizaki, and you three take care of the basketball. Kenda, Canada, you will be the marshal, mental, arithmetic. Yuri, you will take care of the English exam, he ordered. Those who are called then nod then accept each other's tasks. What about you, Yoni-san? Yumi, I'll crush anyone in the confirmation. Q, laughed Yumi while holding his phone. Time skip. When lunch Kozigawa and approached Ainokoji's seat, which earns everyone attention. A few jealous stares. Um, you want luncheon together? Asked Kurizawa. Sure, replied. Ainokoji glanced at Kyo, which expression cannot be drawn. He won't. This won't end well, will he thought. They turned to his cafeteria and began eating. Hey, thank you, said Kurizawa. I already told you that issue has not been solved yet, said. Still, thank you, Kurizawa insisted. If you say so. After a while, the girl with the short brown hair then joined them. Hi, Kui, she answered. And Kurizawa-san, mind if I join you? Sure, right, Ainokoji asked Kurizawa. He then nodded, continued eating while thinking a way to solve the predicament. So, Kurizawa-san, when did you two start to dating? Asked Kyoko. Asked Kyoyo. Kurizawa lowered her head of embarrassment after answered a low voice yesterday. Really, that's true? That's true, said Kyoyo sarcastically. You already know the answer. Why ask, he thought. Anyway, congrats you both of you. You really look cute as a couple, said Kyoyo with a smile that didn't reach her eye. Thanks, Kushida-san, replied the embarrassed Kurizawa. By the way, Kyoko, then left with afterward. Time skip 7. Bye, he said. Sorry, bye. He left. Kyoko left. Kyoyo left. Anakoji perspective. I was cooking food dinner when I heard sound at my doorbell. I opened it and welcomed the unexpected visitor come in. Pardon my intention. Pardon for disturbing you, said Horikita. Did you already have dinner? I asked. Still not. Are you inviting me to have dinner with you? She then returned with my question about, yeah. After all, this will be finished within a minute. If he insists, then I told her wait in the table while I prepare the food. Itadakimasu. You both said resume. So what do you want? I want to discuss about the participant in the special exam. Even Chibehara senses did not explain the rules. So explain the rule. We can already decide because you already know it. I know it. That's true that I already know the rules of the first event. When I accidentally open it during my duty, which is confrontation, one-on-one, those who make their opponent surrender or lose consciousness will be the winner. CP point or PP or private point. CP or PP or class point and private point. Winner plus 30 and CL after 50,000 PP. Loser minus 30 and penalty kick. Penalty kick 3 on 3, which those who score more than their opponent will be the winner. The goalkeeper must be the part of the three participants. Winner winner plus 300 C class point and 50,000 per bet point each. Loser minus 300 or minus 300 class point. Mental ultimate. 2 on 2. Those who got the most correct answer will be the winner. Winner plus 300 class point and 50,000 PP. Loser minus 300 CP. And basketball 3 on 3. 3 on 3 needs to be one bench player. Those who score 21 points first will be the winner. Winner plus 30 and fucking same thing. English 5 on 5. Those who scored the highest score combining with the winner. Winner plus 30 and very same. The overall the winner block A will be faced with the overall winner block E block B. Block B, right? Yeah, block B. And the two event will be changed. The winner of the final will receive another 100 class point. Block A, class A versus class B. Block B, class C versus class D. Important rules. A certain student can only participate twice. Any more than break the rules will be automatically expelled. As the class will lose 50 class point. What do you decide on the purchasement? She asked. Will take care of the configuration. Hirata, Sudo, and Akito will be in the penalty kick, and Sudo will be the goalkeeper. Mishahita and Kenoji at the martial arts. Sudo, Akita, Ik, and Yamachi will handle the basketball, and me and you, Hirata, and Mei-chan Yukimura in the English test. Got it. Are you sure about the confirmation? She asked. Sure, I replied. What about Kenoji? Asked Horikita. I'm sure he can manage. He has also Mashihita. We can trust her. After we finished eating, she then thanked me for food, then leave my room. A few minutes later, I heard a loud knock. Now what? I thought. I opened it and saw angry Kyoko. What is she doing here? She asked. What is she doing here? She asked. She must have saw Horikita out of my room. She just took her class business. Really? She put her face close to mine. Yeah, really, I replied. After you have me and the Kirizawa and now Horikita, you're such a jerk. She looked at different direction. Jealous, Kyokyo. I teased her. Fine. She was about to leave, but I pulled her into my room and I do a back hug. You know you're my partner, right? I said. Of course, she answered. Why are you so jealous? Because she was about to answer, but was stopped when I kissed her neck. I slowly twisting both of her body. Kyo, she moaned. Kyo, you're important to me, you know that, right? I asked. Yes. Good, then I stopped, turned her facing me. Good night, Kyo. Good night, Kyo. She then went outside with a happy expression. That went well. Yes, our motherfucking player. My charge is still going. Fuck. Morning. Now let's just see the morning. I know Coach is supposed to. I was on my way to the school. When I met her, me together with a boy, looked like her classmate. Ohio, Kiyotaka-kun. She greeted morning here, Hanami. I replied. By the way, this is Kiyosaki-kun. She answered. He forwarded his hand for handshake. Nice to meet you. I'm Kirizaki. I take his hand. Likewise, Kinizaki. I am Ayano Koji. So, Ayano Koji-kun, how did you feel after hearing the special exam? She asked. I honestly am shocked. I did not expect such exam to exist in the school. I said with a complete poker face. You said you were shocked, but your expression doesn't change. She teased me. That's just who I am, I replied. We then continued to talk, but Koizaki just remained silent. In class, after Chibahara sensei explained the rule of the special car. You must send the list of the parchment of this afternoon at 5. Faculty office failed to comply with result. Random student. To practice understood, she said. I almost forgot your opponent will be class C. Make sure you produce the result. She then left the room. We have time to discuss choosing the partners. Horikita then stood at the teacher podium, together with Hirata and Kushida. Hirata together with Hirata and Kushida. Okay, based on the rules exam, you'll cooperate with the group chat. We have already decided we'll practice, said Horikita. Everyone, stay still. I'm waiting for their name to be called. First, English exam will be me, Aino Koji-kun, Hirata-kun, Mei-chan, and Yukimura-kun. Second, basketball match. Basketball will be Sudo-kun, Ik-kun, Akito-kun, and bench will be Yamachi-kun. The third mental element will be Kenoji-kun and Moshito-san. Fourth penalty kick will be Sudo-kun, Hirata, and Akito-kun. The room was silent a moment ago, but Sudo was stand up and yelled, "Hey, now come on! I won't practice in the conversation." Everyone then realized how odd the situation, and now began to question Horikita. How come Horikita? Ika said, "There is no one in the class good at fighting against Pseudo, right?" Are you sure about that call, Horikita-san? Yukimura said. Hearing everyone squirt at him, Shido grinned. But Horikita and were hearing everyone's unconscious together resolve. My decision won't change. After all, a cheer analysis. This is the best line for Class D winning the exam. Shido then suddenly questioned again, but stopped by Hirata. Let's calm down first. I'm sure Horikita has some plans. Teach. Shido sounded. Hirata then looked at Horikita Kondo. We will give the confirmation, said Horikita. Before anyone asks, she continued. Remember that our opponent is Class C, and according to Kushida-san, they have the student half African American, half Japanese. I'm sure even Pseudo-kun don't stand a chance when they fight each other. Hearing Horikita's logical reasons, Pseudo chose to stay silent and beat his lip out of frustration. That's why I want to focus on 4 events and ensure the victory, asked Horikita. Then two of them participate in the conversation. Then, who is gonna participate? For now, it will remain secret, but I don't want to worry. I already talked to him. He has accepted the role, replied Horikita. The class has it doubt, but hesitate to ask, but put their trust in the class leader. Meanwhile, in Class A, phew, it seems that we need to adjust the plan, Kirisagi-kun. You know that fucking white hair bitch? Yes, we have already distributed that participant eventually. If a number of participants increase, we still have enough, said that fucking bald man. I have a position. And what is that? Kisaki-kun. The both will participate in the mental argument and the English test. Phew. It will be overkill for our opponent, but I enjoy toying with the other classes. She then laughed and squeezing the handle of her hair hand.